You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. And we are back with Lisa Waters Lain in the studio. She comes each week with your garden questions. What are people talking about? You can learn from neighbors. Well, welcome to the show, Lisa.
Thank you.
How are your gardens looking?
Some look great. Some are kind of going, I'm ready to go to bed.
Pansies are going nuts. I mean, we put some of those in and they are overflowing. Oh my gosh. I was kind of worried the birds were eating all the flowers. So the finches
They're
were
hungry.
coming through.
Yeah.
And I think that, and then I fertilized them and now they're even more beautiful than ever. They're really going to town on things. So
yeah, they're looking good. So yeah, some things are looking great. I noticed my lantana is going, it's getting a little cold.
Time for a Phoenix friend to take it and grow them on. So even the perennial varieties, there's some perennial varieties of lantana. They're going to hibernate underground like a perennial. And the annuals, well, they're just going to die in the winters. It depends on what variety you have.
Right. So I had a really cute little customer. She was in. She goes, something happened to my plant. I don't know. And I'm like, well, got a picture? Let me see a picture.
Yeah.
Well, it was a coleus that had been
got
left out in the cold, and it was showing it. Yeah. So some are definitely more sensitive than others. Some are hanging on. Yeah. But some are like, I'm done.
Those are tropical plants. That's truly a coleus. Now ours look pretty good, but they're underneath the overhang by the front door, so they'll last a couple more weeks before. But as soon as you get down to 20s, they're over. It's done.
It is done.
Think you could bring that indoors? Coleus.
Oh, sure.
Make a good house plant.
Sure, but you got to get it in before the cold. Yeah, geraniums, mandevillas. Actually, mandevillas are a nice little plant that can easily come indoors and winter over with you.
Plan ahead.
Yeah.
Or just let them go. Plant some pansies. So much easier. Don't fight
pansies, snapdragons, violas. Lots of. We actually have a lot of the kale and the Swiss chard, things like that left too. That it's a great time to plant those, and you can kind of pluck from them all summer long. And they actually like them because they have kind of a fallish look to them, that kind of a red look to them.
Yeah.
So great to plant with your pansies and all that.
We still have flowers here at Waters Garden Center that'll make your gardens look great. Anyway, all right, we should go to questions. I have a feeling after that commercial.
Brief interruption there. Okay, our first question is from Marty. She has some roses that are happily blooming away. Yeah. The roses are very happy right now. She wants to know, is there anything special she should do for them before the truly cold temperatures of winter come?
Well, don't treat them like Phoenix. You're not in Phoenix. You're up here. So you don't prune them until they'll bloom through the end of the year, or they'll have buds on them through Thanksgiving, at least into December. They'll flower. I mean, they'll take some frost. They're just over the top. This is some of their best blooms are now because we don't have the bugs. There's not many aphids and thrip. It's not as hot. They can bloom. They'll bloom longer because they don't dry out. It's just a good time for roses.
It is.
Then you keep that structure up and you might fertilize them. That's the best thing you can do. Keep them happy, keep them healthy, keep them plump. Water them through winter, like every once in a while, deep soak. And then you prune them back in March. Don't prune too early. This is the curse of the Phoenix garden advice. Come up the hill to cold country. You don't treat them like they're in Phoenix or Tucson or Palm Springs. You treat them like they're in the mountains. And here we enjoy them through winter. And then come March, we clean them up, fertilize them, and they just go to bloom the end of April through the rest of the year. So it's not complicated.
Nope.
Just don't over baby them and then keep them moist.
Yeah.
Periodically.
Sounds
fertilize. Keep them at that. 744 all-purpose plant food is like magic for all your plants in the landscape, but especially things that bloom. So your spring bloomers, lilacs, forsythia, flowering quince, rhododendrons, all those things, but also your roses are going to greatly benefit from that this time of year.
Okay. All right. Next question is from Jared. He wants to plant some trees to screen a neighbor's new shed.
Okay.
So he's looking at the blue ice Arizona cypress, and he wants to know how close can you plant those kind of trees together to create a really good screen?
Yeah, Jared, good question, actually. How to space how many? And if you get this wrong, you won't find out, 4 or 5 years from now, and there's no recovery. So you do want to do the math or ask for advice. Don't wing it, and don't read the internet. The Google's not going to advise you on how tight to space it. But here, you're tuned into the right place, Jared. We can help you here. What you do is you'll take the width of whatever they say they're going to grow. So blue ice grows about, I don't know, high teens by about 10 foot wide. Divide that in half. The width, divide it by half, and that's your spacing. So blue ice, if you want an overlapping pattern well above head height and you want solid, those branches overhang each other and just grow, and you couldn't get a cat couldn't grow through there, much less headlights and the neighbor's kids and dogs and everything else. So about, I would say, every 6 to 7 feet would be about right for blue ice, and it will be tight up to about the 10-foot level, just solid. Then you'll get those points at the top because it grows kind of like a Christmas tree or a rounded Christmas tree, but those lower branches you want to overlap so you get that tight pattern and privacy screen. Mm-hmm. Could you space it out more? Yeah, but then it'll take longer to fill in. So it depends on your wallet, how much you got to spend. Go bigger, go tighter, and it'll be faster, fill in faster. If you want to spread it out, go with smaller units or space them out a little bit more, and it'll just take a few more years to fill in the way you want. So,
okay,
we get that?
I think so.
Jared, yes. Just come in. We can space. Well, we'll just space it out in the aisleways. We'll show you. So bring out how many feet you're trying to do. I need 50 feet, or I might need 10 of them. If you really have a long distance and you want it tight, or maybe get by with 6 of them.
Right.
We'll help you space it.
All right. Next question is from Tom. He said he thought it was always best to rake up and remove fallen leaves, but now he's hearing that it's better to leave them on the ground. And he also wants to know about pine needles, whether you leave or rake those up, and what's your opinion?
There's no opinion. This is what you do. Here's the science. Stop reading. Google is going to confuse you beyond compare. Everyone's got an opinion. That's a problem. No one reads the book. They just have an opinion. Do not leave leaves gathered all over your gardens, or they'll suffocate things underneath. So especially if it had spotting,
any disease
whatsoever, you need to get that stuff out of there. And so it could, because things, aphids, bugs, hibernate underneath the leaves and they come back. So if you had powdery mildew or a leaf spot, so it's better, if in doubt, clean it out. Just rake it up. That's to just help you a little.
Thank you, Johnny Cochran.
So pine needles, I would say it's great if you take leaves and mulch them up and chew them and then compost them. That's great stuff. Mm-hmm. But sycamore leaves and maple leaves, aspens, these are big leaves. They tend to mat on top of things, and they affect the plants underneath them. If you have underplantings, for sure, rake them up. Mm-hmm. Needles. This is where the other extreme goes. Everyone goes, take up, get all the pine needles out of there. It's a fire hazard. Oh my gosh. And they're always... Pines do this for a reason. They're trying to insulate their roots and protect it they try to suffocate out other seed from growing underneath them, so they don't have to share that water nutrients underneath them. And then it also keeps their roots moist or from drying out. And so if you've got a big heavy mat, I'd say 4, 5, 6, 8 inches of needles, take some off, but don't take them all off. Leave a 2-inch layer. Leave some underneath those trees to protect the roots. It keeps them healthy, keeps them from drying out, it helps them to keep the weeds at bay underneath there. It's a great source. If you take some of those leaves, the needles, use them on your other flower beds. A 2-inch layer of pine needles is kind of like shredded bark or something. It's great stuff. Breaks down real slowly. It, again, insulates the soil, keeps the weeds at bay. So, Tom, I'd say take some of the needles out, but don't take them all out. But take all the leaves out. So if in doubt, take some out. except for, anyway, we keep going.
I'm hearing contrasting advice.
We are out of time. Ken and Lisa Lain, the Mountain Gardener.
Water's companion plants for November are English ivy, camellia, Vanderwolf pine, and flowering pear.
Flowering pear starts spring with dazzling white flowers, shady green leaves in the summer, and brilliant reds in autumn. Even the winter bark is attractive.
This exquisite tree is ideal for lawns, lining driveways, or specimens in small spaces.
Shop the most trees in town by store or online at watersgardencenter.com.
For a more fruitful garden, increase success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.